Welcome. My name is Tracy Cook, and this is the podcast series Victim to Victory. This series gives a voice to those that have overcome obstacles in all forms, that dare greatly to share their real stories. Amazing humans like our upcoming guests that have seen hope and risen above those adversities to become victorious, that now go on to support and inspire others to do the same. Please subscribe and comment to go into our monthly draw to win access to an Amazon gift card, and head over to the website to find out more about our Launch Brand and Market podcast courses. Today, we are giving a voice to Diane Belanger. Welcome to Victim to Victory.
Thank you, Tracy. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
It is an absolute pleasure. Now, I just want to have a little bit of an insight for our audience, just to have a little bit of an insight into who you are and what you are actually doing, because you're doing some amazing things. You are teaching people how to be their best selves. You are an absolute powerhouse of empowerment and inspiration, and especially in that spiritual, almost an NLP place as a coach and a mentor. Mm-hmm. Tell us, Diane, where does your story start?
Well, back in 2007, my father tragically passed away. And after his death, I was the will executor. And as you know, as a will executor, there's a lot of responsibility that lies on people to kind of follow through and making sure everything is completed. But after the 6 weeks that everything was done, Energizer Bunny year crashed. And I had no energy, I had insomnia, and my father tragically passed away in a house fire. So for me, the smell of fire, seeing even fire on a barbecue, or hearing the alarm of a fire truck would trigger uncontrollable shaking to my body, anxiety, panic attacks, and I had no kind of control over my body, and I had no idea what the heck was going on because I was never sick before. So talking to my doctor, realized that I was diagnosed with PTSD and a depression. After that, I realized I'm not taking these medications. I want to understand why I got sick and why I can't pass my father's death, and why did I become so ill. So I got into holistic practitioner services. I've engaged into guided imagery in terms of kind of understanding what was happening into my unconscious mind, because all the cellular memory gathers the life experience, but you need to understand what is happening in your mind and body connection to really look inside and understand what is happening, and learn that within you, you have all the answers to finding your true healing. And my journey started when I got into meditation, into guided imagery and core transformation. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But after going through intense therapy through holistic modalities, I realized, oh my gosh, like I was able to get through depression, PTSD, and learning to live with PTSD. PTSD is part of me, and I'm learning to live every day with it. But at the end of the day, having the courage and the determination every day to get up and say, today is going to be a good day, and whatever is going to come my way, I have all the force within me to go through it and take one day at a time. So after all these therapies, I decided that, wow, like this is really interesting. I want to learn more. So I got into training. I went through the Ted James training company in Nevada, in USA, got into my master NLP practitioner. Then I started part-time to deliver services and training to some of my clients and build up my clients as I was going along. I realized that my executive role, being an employee of the federal government, have a secure job, and etc., was no longer speaking to me. I was more passionate in taking time to work with people that was really making a difference at the end of the day. So that's how I got into my role as becoming a holistic health practitioner. And as I went along, I added different modalities. I got passionate about transcultural shamanic journey, which I happened to got into training with Dr. Sayre, who was in New Mexico, USA. He was teaching to shamanism one-on-one. And through that journey, I really got into a place of serenity and learning to really tap into my soul. Like when your soul is sick and you're not listening to your passion, your true desire, you're going to feel that something is off. You're going to get up each day and you're not going to be motivated. I know I like my job, but I don't love my job. That's two different things. You know, I like to do something, but I'm forced to do because of a responsibility. But I love and I'm passionate about what I'm doing. It's totally different. So that kind of fueled me to be more passionate about helping people. And over the last, almost 15 years, I retired 5 years ago to really go full time, and everybody thought I was crazy. You're leaving a high paying job to do what? So I said, you know what? Whoever I needs to be on my path, or needs to guide, and going to need my services, going to be there. And I'm busy all week. It's as simple as that. Follow your passion and everything will fall into place.
It's amazing when you were speaking about, the triggers that actually come up for you. So when triggers were coming up, if you don't mind me asking, you obviously had a lot of awareness what they were. Did you ignore those triggers for a while and just try to cope? Or did you seek out the meaning behind them kind of straight away?
Well, at first, I didn't really know what was happening. I would get sweaty. I thought, I'm only 39. Am I going into menopause? Because I was hearing people saying, maybe you're on menopause, you're having hot flash. I'm thinking, okay, well, I have to go check with my doctor. And then I got diagnosed with PTSD, all these symptoms. They're going to come up out of the blue. You need to take medication. Well, if I take medication, I'm going to numb what's happening into my body. I want to be able to feel and understand why I'm getting those triggers. So just 2 weeks ago, I'm on the golf course. Just if they come out of the blue, I created an antidote for myself. Every time I have an episode or I have symptoms or a trigger, for example, I'm on a golf course. It's a beautiful day. We're having fun, but I get the smell that something is burning. So what's happening? My energy goes really low. I'm starting to have headaches in the behind of my head. I'm starting to get nauseated, and I'm thinking, okay, it's all right. I'm safe. I'm in the present moment. And I go to my antidote, my safe place. So I think you're a master in NLP as well. You understand a little bit what neuro-linguistic programming is. So you need to find a way to talk to your unconscious mind and find a safe place within you that's going to switch the emotion that you're living to bring into something positive. So it's been 15 years. Are my triggers as high as before? No, I would say they're on a scale from 0 to 0.5. They're very, very low. But before, they were really, really high. So it took me a while to be on my own healing journey. But at the end of the day, it's finding those triggers, understanding what triggers them, and finding an antidote to heal it. And this is what I teach people. Everyone that comes in to see me, I don't have a magic wand or a process to follow. I go through my series of questions and evaluate the body, mind, spirit connection in their energy. And from there, we tailor a road together to find success. And their success is my success.
I love that, because with all the coaching and training and alternative medicine, and you're just making such a difference in people's lives and guiding them and helping them in their personal growth journey. And like you said, in mind, body and spirit. And I know that you are really so passionate about making a difference in people's lives by guiding them in that journey as well, and using your own lived experience. Does that translate over into helping people as well for you?
Yes. At the end of the day, like working with, when someone's coming over to see me, I build a rapport right away. And to me, it's very important to be honest with them. I turned away 4 people over my 15 years of career. 3 out of them came back to see me. And they say, thank you, Diane, because you were honest with me because I was not ready. And like I say, out of the 4, 3 came back and we were successful. So guiding and helping people has always been part of me. Since I'm a little girl, my mom and dad always showed me like helping others and having, the time and money, if you can help other people, be able to help them is the more important thing and rewarding thing at the end of the day. During COVID, there was a lot of people that lost a lot of jobs. I know in the US, it's the same thing in Australia, around the world. And people were knocking at my door, and I would say I gave over 400 hours of my time to do volunteer work during that time. And the reward that came back with them was just amazing. They all came back, talked to their family. It trickled down that, I was able to help and give them something back. So it's very rewarding at the end of the day.
That's right. And just sitting in that space as well with that holistic approach and using that alternative medicine and, the shamanic, transcultural healing methods, the energy medicine, the acupressure. It's just amazing how you've discovered and tailored just such fascinating new ways to look at life as a whole and really unleash somebody's unlimitless, unleash that limitless power. So you're just removing that unlimitedness from them. And, you've dedicated just such a large amount of time, 15 years, to guiding and assisting people with their healing journeys as well. And how are you in your own personal healing at this present time as well?
My life is going great. My healing, the way I look at it is that every day is a new day, is a new challenge. If I have a little bit of a headache, if I'm tired, I take care of Diane first, because before I was taking care of everybody else. I was just like this energizer bunny and wanting to help everybody and taking on everybody's problem. Now it's like, this is my journey, my life. And I'm there to guide you and help you, but I'm able to put a wall, to put my limits. Before I was limitless, in a sense, because I was giving all my energy to other people. So I'm looking at all my own life, my own growth, and I love to evolve and I love to learn. I'm like a little kid in a magic store. When I see new ways of doing things, I want to learn. And when I got into, you're talking about transcultural shamanic journeying, when I got into shamanic training with Dr. Sayre, it was unbelievable how my energy shifted. And it shifted in a sense that my connection with the world was totally different. Walking outside, like really looking at the sky and smelling the fresh air and being present and being grounded with nature is just amazing. I am born a Scorpio, so my sign is a water sign. And when I'm next to a creek or the river, my energy just vibrates and I can sense it. Like I'm just fueling my body with energy. In terms of how my healing is going, well, every day is a new day, and I'm really listening to myself. I'm really taking time for me every day to do my affirmations every morning, my visualization, trying to boost my vibration. I sent a song that I found the other day. It was from Black Eyed Peas, how you can, change the world and move the world. Some music really gets me going, so I tap into that and try to create a momentum for myself every day.
And that's just a valuable lesson that everybody can take from as well. It's just every day is a new day. So no matter what you're going through, just remember that, because you just have to be a little bit better than you were the day before, and that's okay. And what kind of message would you like to leave the audience on today?
It's just at the end of the day, there's always hope. There's always going to be people in your path, and sometimes they're there, but you're not seeing them right away. But there's always someone in your path that is there to guide you. And I believe in the prayers, the power of prayer. And when your heart is really in tune and you have a true desire, things are magical, things happen. This little book here, it's called Reiki for Spiritual Healing, and it's from Brett Vavell. I was walking in one of the chapter store one day, and I was just like, okay, what next? Like, I was in that lump. It was just before I got sick, and I was trying to find something to read. And as I'm walking through the alley, this book fell off the shelf, and I'm like, what's going on? Why did this book just fell off? And I picked it up, and I'm like, oh, spiritual awakening. Oh, okay. And I'm seeing these weird signs, and that got me into Reiki energy, how to tap into your energy vortex. And at the end of the day, you see signs every day. And when you're grounded in where you're balanced and you're in the present moment, that's when you see the magic in life. That's when true meaning starts. And sometimes it's scary to change who you are, because the way people see you might not be the way that you want to be. If that makes sense, like, don't stay in that fear that you're going to change and people's not going to love you. If they truly love you, they are going to be there for you.
Definitely.
And jump into that new self, learning to become the best version of yourself.
Just such powerful words, such powerful words. And we do have you as a collaborative author in the Victim to Victory podcast series book that's about to be released later this year as well. So be able to tap into the Victim to Victory book so you can read more about Diane's story as well. Thank you very much for your time. You're so appreciated. And thank you very much for telling your story and being so brave there as well. I know how hard that was for you today as well, Diane. So we will be definitely sharing where to connect with Diane, and you can find the Victim to Victory podcast series on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I know that you got value from today. So please reach out and connect with Diane, because she is just helping so many people. She's an inspiration. She's an empowerer, and she'll help you on your journey as well. So please subscribe and comment and go into our monthly draw to win an Amazon gift card, and head to the website to learn more about how to launch, brand and market your own podcast course. And just remember, wear your story like a superhero cape and not an anchor. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you so much, Tracy.